check on the progress. I see a bunch of carpet. I've been hearing a vacuum. Whoa, 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 Zoe, don't fall down. Oh yeah, looking good. It's looking good. Is it possibly rusty?
It's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
So we might hit that with a sand and maybe put a little primer on it or something.
We are prepping this floor surface here. We found some pretty good pitting and an actual hole on one of the ribs on the floor pan. So we are getting ready to cut it out and weld up a new piece for it. Got that tacked up. We're gonna seam seal it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Got this guy completely seam sealed, looking good. We got the rust spots all primed up. Gonna let those really dry up and then we'll do a final cleaning before we start the stereo and the carpet kit. All right, we're getting our scrub on, cleaning this up for a CJ5. This is actually pretty clean. Getting ready to dig into the old seat belt and seats for the CJ5. I got some 3-points with retractables. Gonna be some drilling, some welding, some bolting, all that fun stuff.
A little bit of painting.
A little bit of painting.
And a whole lot of safety.
A whole lot of safety. Little explanation of what we're doing here. So we got to mount our top seat belts right there. So we're grabbing a piece of weldable pipe, a 3-inch nipple, and then we're going to weld that into the bar.
We'll go into the bar.
Just like that. And just like that. And that'll be what the seat belt will.
Let's get cut down.
Let's
get cut down.
Yeah. Just an overall explanation. Alright, we got our holes drilled out for the pipe on both sides. So we're going to clean up all the contaminants around the hole. And that's what Lex is doing right now. He's cleaning the contaminants on the pipe so we can have nice, clean, deep welds. Alright, well, we got our pipes fitted in and welded in. This backside was so thin, but we'll get it all cleaned up and everything. Penetration over purdy. So I got the extra stuff cut off, then sanded down and everything. Put a black strip on both sides. So now those are going to fit through nicely. They're nice and safe, solid. The bolt that holds the seatbelt is not compromised. So yeah, now we're going to mock up the top part so we can get the retractor down there and figure out where exactly we want it to sit and then drill that hole. So this is more or less just a mock-up of it, but that's where your seatbelt's going to go right there. And then it'll be attached to the existing hole right down there. And then the retractor is going to be mounted pretty much right there. Well, what we're doing now is getting a new age stereo set into a retro style bracket dash mount, more or less. We got the hole cut out. That was quite the pretty hole, very tight fitting. I say we nailed it. I say we nailed it. Got the wires roughed in, more or less. Now we got to start fitting carpet, and then we can kind of set the wires better as we fit the carpet and everything down. Alright, take a little video of the wires more or less cleaned up, carpet kit getting put in. We're going to go with some circular speakers. That's the casing for the speaker. They're going to go back here in this corner. Got the carpet all roughed in. Wires ran, hidden. Now it's on to hooking up the wires and the speakers and seat belts and put the seats in and all that stuff. Well, we got the amp all set up, and then we'll set up the sub after we get this seat put in. We got the back seat with the seat belts in. It's a pretty clean looking seat, especially with the blue, it makes it pop. Sub all set up. Move the amp back because it was sticking out a little bit. And we got one rear speaker right there. This side might be a little darker, but there's another rear speaker right there. So they're cool little mounts, and then the sub will sit right here. Chair back seat lifts up and down. Got the latch all set up. And we move the amp back just a little bit so nothing's in the way. I'm gonna start the front seats, and Lex took off the bases of the old seats and sprayed them down to make them all pretty. So got a little paint, gonna wait for the paint to dry and keep working forward. All right, guys, well, this was all yesterday's stuff. We did kind of clean up the amp area and stuff. It's ready to be plugged in. These Roxford Fosgates have a cool little neat little plug system. It's on the other side, I'll show you real quick. But yeah, there's one that's already hooked up, and the ground and negative, and it just plugs right in, so you can kind of hook up your wires before you plug it in. We're getting close to that. Yeah, then we got seat belts set up, everything installed. We still got to put this guy on, but that's no big deal. Front seats, we had to paint the bottom brackets to make them look better. We got the front speakers in, the little kickers, got the cushions back on. Front seats all assembled, they're all in. We're moving along. We the last 10% of any project definitely takes 90% of the time, but it's looking really, really good. All right, so we got this new heater vent. That's what the old one looked like, all just torn to shreds. So that goes right back there, right in that area, and that's for your heater. So that's what we're working on before we do the stereo, because the stereo will be in the way if we do that first. So do that, do the stereo. Got a few other little things to wrap up on this bad boy, and she's gonna be done.